Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. I appreciate everybody for coming on the live. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening today for sure. Y'all know my disclaimer. My disclaimer is I'm not a pastor, preacher. I don't hold no any type of office in the church. I know I post a lot of the messages in general. And a lot of people lay claim on me that I'm some type of pastor or whatever. I'm just a regular brother. That's it. Just a regular brother. And this here is Live Conversations number 75, where we just have normal conversations as you would have with somebody you know or somebody that you politicking with. This is not a sermon. Once again, this is not a sermon. I ain't here to break down those scriptures like a pastor in general. We're just having a normal conversation. So please, over righteous people, please, keep it cool because over righteous people is just as worse as hecklers. They're just more annoying as hecklers also. All right, so let's get to it. What up, Prince Sean? What's up? What's up? Tasha. What is that? What up, brother? Andrew Jackson. What's up, man? How you doing? Got your message. Anthony Brody. What's up? Leon Nelson says best disclaimer on YouTube. For sure, because a lot of people on YouTube, man, they just so overzealous to be a preacher, to be a pastor. Listen, man, you know what I mean? They don't have no humble type of level, to really admit that they're not called, All right. Brother Marcos, he says, greetings, brother. You watching from Alaska in the building. Naomi Hope says, he says you would come on while I'm cooking. You cooking smoked turkey neck, whatever that is. That sounds like something southern or something. Crystal Fuller, what's up? Tasha. S. Elliott, greetings to you. So we're here to talk about credit scores. How to build your credit. How to build your credit. Or if anybody got like good credit scores, feel free to give tips out there to people who's really struggling with their credit, trying to build their credit. Because a lot of people ain't there all the way, with them credit cards. A lot of people max out often. Once Capital One give them a maximum of 2,000 or Premier or Discover, they want to go crazy with it. Nelson says, what is a credit score? May I ask where you from at Nelson and how old are you? All right. Tasha says, my credit score is 805. All right. We on the same team, kind of. Me and you on the same team, What up, Scion? Scion. I got you. All right. All right. Naomi Hope says, you said you're from the dirty South. Crystal Fuller says, mine is 745. Now, at one point, my credit score was about maybe 510, some years back. When you're young, you're dumb, you're ignorant, you get 4 or 5 credit cards and you go crazy with it. So I was in the hole for a while. Oh, you say you're from Jamaica and live in Germany. Well, over here in America, when you're going out, if you want to buy a house, if you want to buy, they probably got credit scores in your area or something else to that extent. If you want to go out there, buy a house, buy a car, you need a good credit score. The reason being so that, the banks, the lenders, which is the banks over here, they have to trust a person. So your credit score is what they look at. How many inquiries do you have? Hard inquiries, soft inquiries. Who are you in collections with? Collections. What are collections? Those who don't pay their bill. And that company or those people may put you in collections. Guess what? If you don't pay collections over here, they take you to court and you could be sued. If you don't pay that, they will put a levy on your bank account. You know what? You go try to take out some money, and guess what? You can't. You can't. That happened to me when I was young. I'm speaking from experience. It was hurtful. For sure. All right. Tasha says, I only utilize 20% of my usage. I never max out. That's great. That's great for sure. You said I use credit only to build, not to survive from it. Wow. Nelson says get a loan. As long as you have a good stable job, you will need it. No, not over here. Not over here. You know, you could have a good job. You know, you could be making 100K a year. You understand? With bad credit, they won't give it to you. They won't give you that loan. You could be a millionaire with bad credit, and you're going out for a business loan or something. They won't give it to you. You know, they will not give it to you. It's about trust. It's about, can I trust this person to pay me back that loan upon interest? You know, is this person going to pay me back my money, you know, on time? Can I trust this person? I have to look at this person's credit score. We know he or she is a millionaire, but that don't mean they are trustworthy. You understand? A person can have a lot of money, but within themselves, are they trustworthy? You know, because just like Mike Tyson, you know, he said 1 minute he had everything, over $100 million, and guess what? It was gone the next day. You could be rich one day and poor the next. You understand? All right. Let me see. Tasha says each state has its law for statute of limitations of debt. You're right. Over here, excuse me, when I was in New Jersey, I believe it was 7. And I had a few companies after me, you know. I had a few companies after me, but I still paid my, you know, my stuff off and things like that. What I did was I negotiated. I didn't need no debt consolidator or whatever the case may be. I negotiated with people. So if hypothetically speaking, let's say if a debt was $12,000, I would negotiate that debt to 2,000, you know, and he would say, you know what, pay 3,000. You understand? So that's one way how I got a lot of stuff knocked off is by negotiating. What's up, Rebecca? Crystal Fuller says, hopefully God will bless me next year with a house I desire. I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment right now. Understandable. All right. Nelson says, sounds like something they use to shackle your feet. Nope. It's not nothing to shackle your feet. Because listen, if I'm a bank, if I got my own bank and people asking for loans, listen, I want to know, are you trustworthy to pay that money back if I issue it to you? It's about trust. You know, you even with your money, brother or sister, if somebody asks you for $1,000, you know, you ain't gonna sit here and say, oh, here you go. But if Jeffrey says, wow, he or she don't pay this money back on time, they're not trustworthy. Are you still gonna give them that $1,000? Huh? You know what I'm saying? So it's the same principle, but in a more business type of way with banks, cars, getting the car, getting the house, you know, and stuff like that. All right. You're absolutely right at Tasha. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Because I was in New Jersey at the time, you know, and I don't know if you ever heard of Pressler, the law company, you know. All right. Who else? Who else? What is that? Linda Henderson. He says, what did you miss? We basically talking about, you know, building credit score, people giving out encouragement for those who credit scores is low or trying to build their credit. All right. Okay. Who else is in the building? What's up, Blessed Tone? What's up? What's up? All right. Appreciate that. Jared Sims, you put an int. What does that mean? What is what is the meaning of an int? Tasha says I removed $25,000 medical bills off my credit on my own. Absolutely. I think it is better to do it on your own also, instead of going through these so-called quote unquote people who claim they can help you out getting rid of your debt. You know? Naomi Hope says I save money like my life depends on you said you're cheap. Jerry Sims says inside joke. I let me know the joke. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Right? Okay. So yeah, saving money, like you said, Naomi, hope you cheap. You know, I mean, you know, some people might say that about you. If you saving money and you don't want to spend all crazy, you understand? I'm the same way. Listen, you just never know. Why spend your whole paycheck on a pair of Jordans, Louis Vuitton shirt, Robin jeans, all this other unnecessary stuff that you don't need? Listen, go to Walmart, get yourself a pair of $10 sneakers, $25 pair of jeans, and a $5 shirt. Everybody trying to impress people, instead of, saving up, to get a house, to live comfortably, to have something to pass down possibly to their kids. You know what I mean? All right. Sion says, I always got to save 10%. Okay. I mean, 10%, something is better than nothing for sure. Nelson says, don't banks take your money and give it to another? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Banks take your money. What do you mean? Anthony Brody, he says, I will advise everyone, you don't need but one credit card for travel, hotel, stay, shopping. Okay. I mean, me, if I was to go on vacation, I wouldn't use me personally. I don't use credit cards. Me personally, if I'm going on vacation, unless I really need it. All right. Sion says, save 10% and live off the rest. Always have pocket change also. Okay. You said you're real cheap. You don't buy Jordans. I ain't reading that. Karen Lee says, so what's acceptable credit score these days? He says, what's acceptable? It depends. It depends on the lender. If you're going for a house, I believe in the state of New Jersey, correct me if I'm wrong, at Tasha, I think the credit score is what, 630? That there were a lot of person to have minimum to get a house. I think it's 630. Correct me if I'm wrong. But different states vary. When looking for a house, or even if you're looking for a car, you can have a low credit score, but guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna put more interest on you. So be careful of that. The lower your credit score is, the higher interest rates is going to be. All right. What up, Prudent Knight? You says loans has its purposes once you don't waste the loan. All right. Nelson says, when banks give loans, I heard they use the money from their customers. Well, I don't really know too much about that. I think I might have heard something like that. I'm not sure. I think they do, but also people get a little small percentage a month if you have a certain amount in the bank. I believe it ain't much, probably like a penny, 2 pennies a month. It ain't much off the interest. Crystal says, I agree. I saved too, and I learned how to budget my money at 13. Absolutely. It's great. That's a good factor to start off young, budgeting your money, saving your money. And these days, these people don't care. They rather look fly, they rather look nice, than work on building their credit, then work on saving. They don't want to do that. All right. Tasha says you need at least 3 different lines of credit. That's a FICO score versus credit score. Good point. Sion says brand clothes and purses don't faze me anymore. I learned my lesson with credit. When I first came to this country, I used to spend everything I make on clothes. Wow, and shopping. All right. Keep the Commandments says, brother, I'm ordered some food for you. You says, brother, I'm ordered some food. You want some? Huh? Huh? Right. Tasha says, banks want to see how you handle different lines of credit. Cool. What up, Jen Juice? She says, tuning in 12 minutes late. YouTube are such haters for not notifying me. Yep. That's YouTube. They don't notify probably like maybe 95% of my subscribers. That's YouTube. That's them. They don't notify all my subscribers. Probably like 100. That's it. It's crazy. Tasha says, yes, banks use the money from customers. You're insured by the FDIC up to 250,000. I think I heard of that too before, for sure. What is that? Karen Lee says, "Do you agree with establishing a home equity line of credit?" Well, maybe Tasha knows about that. Yeah, I haven't really dabbed into that uh, home equity line of credit. You know. All right. Let me see. Sion says, "Yeah, they shadow banning you because I didn't get any notifications." It's crazy. That's crazy. And somebody else said that about in reference to shadow banning. Very, very crazy that happens. It happens with the videos on here. I go through a lot of my videos and stuff like that. It's zero views. So it's crazy. It's crazy. And even with these notifications and all this other stuff on here, But we continuing this stuff. It don't matter. Jinju says they even unsubscribed me from your channel and I had to subscribe again. The hate is real. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. All right. Nelson says hand to mouth paycheck isn't a good look. Sion. If that's how you pronounce your name Sion or Sion. All right. Tasha says home equity line of credit. Your home must be appraised at higher value. Cool. Listen, I wish I had a split screen. I would invite Tasha to give her knowledge and wisdom on this live conversations for sure. It's Sion. Okay, Sion. All right, for sure. All right, so it's very important to build your credit. Very important. That's a key factor. You understand? When you're trying to get a house. I know a lot of us want to get a house. Some of us got a house. Those who got a house. What are the responsibilities, besides paying the mortgage to a house that one has to pay for those who are interested in getting a house? Those out there who have a house already, feel free to input your knowledge and information upon that. Because owning a house, I'm pretty sure it's a big responsibility. Besides power washing the house, mowing the lawn, you have to fix things on your own now. All right. You're absolutely right. A lot comes with owning a home, and it takes a special responsible person to handle that. Rebecca says it is a very big responsibility to own a home. Because a lot of us may be caught up and so used to living in like an apartment, where as though the landlord has to handle, majority of the things that break or that need fixture or they have to tend to it. Now, when you got your own house, now you happy. All that stuff is good, all that stuff is fine and dandy until the boiler break. You understand? Until your stove need fixing, until you need a new stove, new lines to the sink. You understand? Your electric need new wiring. You got to paint the whole place over and all this other stuff that you're not used to. Anthony Broder says the credit card that I use is cash back. They give me money back on purchases. Okay. Jinju says, "Hey Tony, can you recommend? Let me see this. He says, can you recommend something for a pulled muscle on my muscle bicep? Did it last week while working out intensely. Well, I had two pulled muscles, hamstrings. I mean, the first one was my right leg running track some years back, and it really felt like I got shot. Like a burning sensation in my thigh. Basically, it just rest. A lot of rest, a lot of water. Put ice on it. Stretch it out just a little bit. Get a massage. If you have a spouse, if you have a spouse, or buy a massage machine if one is out there like that, But I would recommend a spouse, to massage you, or a doctor or a certified doctor to assist you in that area, for sure. Well, a lot of fluids, of course. All right. Cool. Rebecca, what up, BZ? He says homeowners ends up keeping repairs, cities, and county taxes and floods insurance. Okay. All right. Nelson says, Tony, you are one video away from posting fixing a boiler yourself video. You funny. Tasha says, if you don't have a card, use a secure credit security deposit. Never use over 20%. After 18 months, you establish some history. Apply for another credit card like unsecure. Only use it in pay. Cool. That's some good knowledge right there. For those out there, Tasha is dishing out some good knowledge. Prudent Knight says it's good feeling to have. Yes. All right. He says not paying rent. Well, you know what? Compare rent to mortgage. In most cases, mortgage is lower than rent. In most cases, and that's a good thing, for sure. Sion. Appreciate that. Nelson says no mortgage is the best way. And think, okay, I don't know. Jinju says no spouse. I can hire a nurse though. No funny games. All right. BZ says pay them bills on time. And that's very important. That's very important, paying bills on time. Because if you're late, that stuff going to appear on your credit report. That stuff is going to appear on your credit report for sure. All right. Naomi Hope says pay one credit card with the other. Hey, Tasha, do you agree with that? Paying one credit card with the other. BZ says dispute late fees. Jinju says, hey, Tony, were you throwing shade at me with the spouse massaging thing? I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. Tasha said, unless you're guilty, huh? Tasha says mortgage, property, upkeep, taxes, repair more than rent. Okay. Jerry Sims says, hey, Tony. Hey, I'm Tony. I'm going to teach you how to do surgery on the. You funny. You funny, Jared Sims. You funny. Tasha says, take out a personal loan for a lower interest rate to pay it off. I agree, because I did that before also. Took out a small loan, maybe for $2,000 back in I don't know. And then I paid all my stuff off. I paid it off. And it really paid off for my credit score, for sure. Absolutely. Jinju says, not guilty, innocent over here. All right, I take your word for it. Nelson says, I'm curious what's going to happen to all this credit score business when the New World Order gets established. Well, I don't know nothing about no New World Order. If it ain't in the scriptures, I don't believe it. I don't believe what people say over the internet or whatever. I believe what's basically in the scriptures. All right. I mean, I wouldn't even really know how that would work. I wouldn't really know. You understand? All right. What they think is WCW or something? New World Order? Huh? All right. Okay. What is that? Mother says, do you watch Dave Ramsey? Would recommend for sure. Who is Dave Ramsey? I know Gordon Ramsay, the chef, but who is Dave Ramsey? Corey Lewis says, going through a heartbreak. I know I messed up a lot and I want her back. How should I handle this? Corey Lewis, is this your wife? Corey Lewis, is this your wife or somebody you had interest in marrying? All right. Corey Lewis. I'm going to write that topic down. Breakups. Talk about breakups one day. I got to write that one down too. That's a good topic. Appreciate that at Corey Lewis. BZ says late fees hurt you too. Can dispute late fees. I'm notorious for forgetting. Confidence is the key. They removed them, even if I had to call another day and try again. Okay. Solo Rider says, Tony, I think man should study the word for himself and not agree with pastors all the time. Okay, that's important. That's important for sure. To make sure them scriptures is lined up with, what all these preachers are saying out here. But if you got a God sent, and this preacher is God sent, Holy Ghost filled, and all that other stuff, and he's about the truth, all right. Blessed Tone, you funny. Crystal Fuller says, I believe I'm able to take responsibility of owning my own home. Besides, there's family and friends that has the skills to help fix broken pieces in a home if I need them. Well, listen, when Tony Harvin buys a home, and I'm very picky, of course. I'm very picky. I could do it now if I want to, but I'm very picky. Listen, besides my children, ain't no family members living with me. Ain't no family. Listen, when you get your own home, listen, you gotta be strict. Listen, Ray can't come knocking on my door without calling me. You understand? That's another thing. Oh no. Listen, Susie can't Rakim can't spend a night because he got kicked out by his wife, my cousin. Oh no. You gotta toughen that one out yourself, for sure. Not here. Because one day gonna turn into 2 days, 2 turn into 5. Next thing you know, they there for 5 years. Sitting on your couch and stuff like that. No, not here. All right. Dola says, peace. You're right. Put a difference between holy and unholy. Absolutely. Naomi Hope says, I know Gordon. Sion says, move on. What are you talking about? Gin Juice. You says, hey, Tony, for some news for you about Dory. He watched your video last night and was so pissed off and made a hating video about you and Pastor Gino cursing y'all out. That guy done lost his mind. Listen, I don't care. Oh, man. Listen, Dory Love. I don't know what to say about him. Listen, I'm drinking Gatorade. This is what I drink, Gatorade. This is what I drink, Dory Love. I drink Gatorade. I don't smoke weed. You understand? I don't smoke weed. You know what I mean? I don't do that, brother. I'm a brother. I don't call myself a preacher and out there on dating sites and whatnot, sleeping with different women and whatnot. All right? So Dory Love can say what he want, I offer him the invite. He come, he don't, he don't, All right? Sion says a woman scorn is going to be hard to deal with. Ooh, you're right. You're right. Absolutely. Corey Lewis says she was someone I had intentions to marry this summer. I just broke her to a point where she had to get out. Wow, man. Listen, I've been through that. I done my wrong before, and I lost, a woman who I may have been in love with, some time ago, years ago, and stuff like that. So I know what you're talking about, and it's tough, man. Sometimes you just got to give it time, or sometimes you got to come up with creative ways, or you really got to talk to her. I mean, don't bug her, don't bug her. Maybe give her some time and stuff like that, Just give it some time. Pray on it. Pray on it, brother. That's number one key factor right there. Pray. Listen, I'm not the love doctor like Martin Lawrence and whatnot. I'm not the love doctor, but I know a lot about it a little bit. You understand? But I've been through that before, man. Trust me. All right. Nelson says, have to find your own something that these banks cannot take away from you when they feel like it. Well, I don't know about that. All right. What is that? Faith Cole says, Corey, I'm in the same situation. My husband left me, and I pray God changes his heart to come back. Wow, there's some deep stuff right here. We went from talking about credit scores to, trying to get people back. I'm about to shed a tear. Oh man, you know, but and based upon experiences, takes time. Definitely takes time. Definitely takes definitely takes prayer. It can be very hurtful. It can be very stressful and stuff like that to lose somebody who you had intentions to want to marry, or you married or in a marriage and stuff like that, and you trying to get that person back, or you want that person back. You know, Science says she's going to want vengeance. Okay, what up, Gary Boy? Gary Boy, for sure, for sure. Sandra Whitmore says, Tony, what is the best? What is the best one to start out with to build your credit, car loan, or a mortgage? Well, I got how I started building my credit was credit cards. Credit cards, you know, and then I got a car loan. That's how I did mines. It was credit cards, car loan. Now my next step is a mortgage. But it could be in whatever fashion you want, but you got to start. Well, in most cases, Tasha had information. If you want to scroll up, she gave out some good information in reference to starting out building your credit. Because they got credit cards out there. If you are like I guess a beginner to the game, it's credit cards out there that would give you a credit card. Ain't gonna be much. Ain't gonna be much. Probably like $300, to start off with, but it's a start. You know what I mean? Solo Rada. There is no rapture. All right, I don't know what you're talking about. We on credit scores. All right. Mother says David Ramsey is a financial advisor on YouTube. He has books about how to get out of debt. He is strongly against the uses of credit cards. Wow. So is David Ramsey stating that that a person shouldn't have credit cards at all? Is that what Mr. David Ramsey is saying? All right. Jordan King says, what is your opinion on Matt Walsh movie? What is a woman that can be seen on YouTube? I don't know anything about Matt Walsh. I don't even know who he is. To be honest with you, I don't know who Matt Walsh is. I don't know who is Matt Walsh. I don't know who that person is. All right. Tasha says, if you know someone you can trust that has good credit, ask them to put you on an authorized user piggyback ride. This will increase your score by 100 points. Wow. Nice. What do I think about cryptocurrency? Faith Cole says, I'm not interested. I never was interested in stuff like that. When people would try to get me to do those type of things, Bitcoin and all that stuff, nah, I don't want to do it. That's just me. Nope, not interested. Rebecca, you funny. All right. Shelly B says, I've been watching you for the longest. For sure, I appreciate that. Genju says, Dory said he will be coming to the convocation to cause havoc in July. Advice, he better not do that, man. He better not come. He better not. As you know, Dory loves a rapper. He's a rapper, so he should know this quote. You far away from your home, you're an alien. You understand? If he's a rapper, he know where that quote came from, and he know the meaning of that. You understand? Listen, don't do it. Don't do it. Y'all saw what happened to Mr. Vegas. Now you coming to Charlotte now. Excuse me, you coming to North Carolina, Greensboro. I'm not with no havoc or anything like that, but we are firm over here. You understand? If he said that, but much prayers to the brother. No hatred, no way, no how to him. If he's upset that somebody's telling the truth on him, just admit it. Just admit you smoke weed. Just admit you're on dating websites as a so-called pastor. Just admit you got a wife and you have a woman living with you. Just admit that. That's all you got to do, man. That's it. Repent. Be sorry about it. Kick the woman out. Make things right with your wife, or just remain separated or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Put down the weed. Stop rapping. or whatever the case may be. That's all you got to do. That's it. All right? But tell him don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Please don't do it. Don't do it, man. Please. I beg him not to do that. Please. All right? Elijah says, you're talking about the rapture. All right. Okay. All right. You're talking about something else. Shelly B says, I've been paying for help with my credit for payment so far. I don't see any difference. About to call them. All right. So Shelly B, you says you've been paying for help with my credit for payments. Are you talking about one of those like debt type of companies that I guess help people pay off their credit cards, whereas though they combine, I guess, all the debt together, whereas though you pay like a monthly fee? Is that what you're talking about, at Shelly? All right. All right, Sion. Peace. All right. Anthony Brody says, that's why I love living in the South, because you can purchase property cheaper, I believe, than in the city. I purchased property by the lake. I had a home, put on it a reasonable price. Cool. Then we hope you funny. You funny. All right. Jared Sims, they're gonna usher him out. Yeah. Be careful, man. And he's from Canada. So if you act up, man, you're on American soil. You understand? If you act up on American soil, brother, and you from Canada, I don't know. I don't know. All right. John says, so soon there will be chips that people will need to have in their body in order to purchase things, or you won't be able to buy anything. You talk about the RFID chip, I believe. All right. Well, I'm still waiting on the information at Gin Juice. Still waiting on that information to my email. What up, Flo? All right. Truth and facts with Banks is everybody. He says everybody can do that if you become your own debt consolidator. All right. Okay, cool. You're right. Same thing I did, to get rid of mines. For sure. Shelly B says, help me with any negative items on my credit. Well, speak to Tasha. She has good knowledge, information upon that. She can definitely help me. For sure. Definitely. All right. Elijah says, I had bad credit. I told them my brother died. They cleaned my credit. I am free. That was the 80s. Okay. You clean. All right. Jinju says he alleges that he's American from Jersey City. He ain't from no Jersey. Is Dory Love from Jersey City? I don't remember, because I'm from Jersey City, man. I'm from Jersey City. I don't remember. Tazariak, Captain Tazariak is from Jersey City, of the Hebrew Israelites, of the what is that, ISUPK? Tazariak lived around the corner from me on Woodlawn, and I lived on Fulton when I was younger. I remember Tazariak, but I don't remember Dory Love. I'm trying to see who Derek Luke, the actor, is from Jersey City. He went to Snyder High School. Joe Buttons is from Jersey City. We went to the same high school. I don't remember Dory Love. I don't remember him. All right. BZ says, I would recommend a debt consolidation company. The monthly fee you pay them ends up not being good savings to you. All right. I have the receipts for you, but I've got your email. Please. My email is at the top, boxertonyharvin@gmail.com. Naomi Hope said he I mean, he could be from Jersey City. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. He could be, but I've never seen him. I've never heard of him. You know, never seen him. And I know there's a lot of people out there, but dweebs like him like to be seen. So that's why I said I'd never seen him before, because dweebs like him, he want to be seen. He want to be out there. But I guess he couldn't handle Jersey City, because the stuff he's doing in Canada, out there acting a fool with people, picking on innocent, soft people. He cannot do that in Jersey City. Dory Love cannot do that in Jersey City. If he's from Jersey City, he would know about Boxwood and Jackson. Tell him to do that over there. What he's doing in Canada, since he's stating that he's from Jersey City, New Jersey. Tell him that. You understand? Tell him that, because he can't even do that. If he's from Jersey City, he can't do that there. He can't do that there. He don't identify himself, or he don't relate to the struggle that's going on in Jersey City. So if you bring that nonsense that he's pulling in Canada, they would snuff him out. They would literally snuff him out easily. And I'm not promoting violence or anything, but people like him, he can only do that in certain areas. He can't connect with, his personality cannot connect with, it's not an all-around connection with people, to preach the word, to encourage people. You understand? All right. All right. Okay. Read these comments. You said, does pastor need any security for troublemakers like Dory who want to cause trouble? Just because I'm saved don't mean I haven't gotten his hands. Well, honestly, Dory Love, we ain't really worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like him, it's threats here and there, as in the videos and stuff like that. They ain't really nothing to worry about. If he could come in there and sneak and try to pull off a secret recording, what does that say about his character, as a man? All right, enough about him. You're talking about the mark of the beast. Nelson King the Buck, all over. Okay. All right. So, back to the topic at hand. Excuse me. Tasha, I appreciate you for giving out, information upon credit scores and credit cards and things like that. Truth Seeker says, whenever you do, safeguard your credit like you do your heart. Absolutely. Co-signing. What do y'all think about that? If somebody asks you to co-sign for me, that's something big. Hey, Tasha, you got to step in with this one. What do you say about co-signing? What do you say about that? If somebody asks you, she said, no way. She said, no. Shelly B, she right there. He said, no way. Okay, no way to co-signing. You said, unless it's your child. You said the truth has to be there. Only for my husband. Okay. Jordan King says, what's your opinion about Gabe the street preacher? I heard of him. I haven't really listened to him. But if a man is preaching truth, that's lined up with the scriptures, then that's fine. Any man who's preaching the truth, that's lining up with the scriptures, and he's trying to live his life to the fullest, that's lined up with the scriptures also, cool. Baptize the right way, take the Lord's Supper the right way, try his best to line everything up with what the word of God is saying. I got nothing bad to say about him. I don't dispute that at all. All right. You say come again, sound and you hand it, if you know what I mean. I just feel listen, we ain't worrying about Dory Hate. His name is not Dory Love, his name is Dory Hate. You know, that's his new name. All right. CW says shout out to you. For sure, for sure. You says Gabe is fine. I have to watch him. He's 100% legit for sure. All right. He says for safety, I pray God block him from coming. Yeah, for his safety. You're right, Tasha. You're right. you absolutely right. Listen, I'm coming to hear the word of God. I'm coming to do the interviews and stuff like that. I'm coming in peace. You know, for sure. For sure. You know? So if people want to come there to cause disruption and things like that, like the person said in here, you know, they're not all the way saved. You know, you got a lot of people who's not all the way saved that would take up for, you know, for pastor. That's why I said it's not a good thing. If he's coming, if he's coming with a sincere heart, you know, if he's coming with the right spirit, but if he's coming with a thuggish mentality, then bruh, I feel sorry for you, man. I feel sorry for him. If you coming with a thuggish mentality, there's no cowards over here, man. There's no punks over here. You know what I'm saying? But we hope and pray that stuff don't happen. You know what I'm saying? We hope and pray that stuff don't happen at all. You know? All right. Rebecca, you says, I'll co-sign for my daughter, but she has to prove to be extremely responsible first. You funny at Gin Juice. Nelson says, Dory not going to North Carolina. Yeah, I think he ain't. I wanted to do okay. All right. For sure. But co-signing for a person can be very, very like, whew. You know, it's only for like certain people you would co-sign for. And like some people said, they co-sign for their child. But in most cases, a lot of people going to co-sign for their child. But of course, if they, you know, responsible. Well, what if Aunt Michelle asks you, or Uncle Rob, or Grandma Nana asks you to co-sign for them? You know, me, I'm a no person. Clearly, listen, no, that's it. You know, no is my first answer, and no is my final answer. You know, people work hard to get their credit built up to have somebody mess it up. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand why people are so strict with their with co-signing in general. All right. You know, Sandra Whitmore says for his sake he better bring security. Who Dory hate? He ain't got no security. He ain't got no security. You know, he ain't got none. He don't got none. You know, if he's thinking he's from Jersey City, and he really is, he and Dory ain't family members. I would hope not. That would be something, right? If he is really from Jersey City, now I got to look at this to say, wow, me and him could possibly be related, because there's a chance. There's absolutely a chance. That almost happened with me and Mr. Vegas. You know, that almost happened. That almost happened. That's a deep little story to that too. Mr. Ham says, Dory, the keyboard warrior. I'm laughing at him. Have to catch myself when dude like that's talking, especially when you coming from the street. So I thank God in our first church. Okay. Nollywood, listen. He says, what does the Bible say about a credit score? What kind of question is that, man? What does the Bible say about a microphone? You know, and I got a microphone right here. What does the Bible say about a camera? I got a camera right here. You understand? What does the Bible say about, you know, a battery charger for my camera? You know what I'm saying? So that was those type of questions that type of questions that you just asked. You know, what does the Bible say about apple cider gummies? You know, which is healthy for the body. You know, what does the Bible say about beets? that I have. That's good for the body at Nollywood. You know what I mean? So that was one of those questions that I want to say foolish. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say that because I don't want to come off like that. But you stating that, what does the Bible say about credit score? How is your credit? If you got a wife, if you got a family and things like that, how you going to get a house? You understand? If you going to buy like, oh, what does the Bible say about credit score? Oh, credit score is not in there, so I'm not going to build it. I'm not going to build credit score. I'm just going to get a house. I don't care. But it's steps to getting a house. It's like it's steps to a lot of other things in life. And you got to follow these steps in life to get a house, to get a car, to get a loan and things of that nature, to get in college. What does the Bible say about school loans? Navient, Sally Mae. What does the Bible say about those? But a lot of people got to sign up for those things in order to get into college. You understand? All right. Sion says, in my younger days, I used to be into reggae and dancehall music. Since I'm from Ethiopia, Mr. Vegas' Burning Song with Kevin Little was my song. All right. Tasha said, let your food be your medicine and let your medicine be your food. Anthony Broder says, I seen that bro Dave at a gay parade preaching and getting spit on. What up, Shadow Pop? What up, Shadow Pop? Andre Miller says, what does the Bible say about a credit score? I don't know. What it say? Render unto Caesar the things that belong to Caesar. You're right, Sion. You're right. Tasha, you're right about that credit. For sure. All right. Jared Sims says, then I'm not driving a car. You funny, man. You funny, for sure. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We're about to conclude this live. I appreciate everybody commenting in reference to credit scores, home buying, and saving money in general. I appreciate Tasha for giving out the information that she knows in reference to, credit scores, home buying, and things of that nature. For sure, that was some good information up there. Tasha, hopefully I have you one day, when we talk about this matter again in the split video, so you give your information out to the people, if you like, in reference to credit cards and, building your credit and things like that. All right. Gin Juice, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you, Andrew Jackson, okay. All right. We're about to conclude this. Much prayers, much love to everybody out there. Do remember to go on that secondary YouTube channel, Tony Harvin backup channel, Facebook, Tony Fast Hands Harvin, and also visit the group Holiness, Truth, and God Scriptures on Facebook, where the Truth of God messages is blasting on there. It's blasting on on that Facebook group for sure. All right. What else y'all still writing? Good Vibe says, I hate that I just jumped in and missed this show. I like your new platform. I appreciate that. For sure. All right. Cool. So most likely, if time permits, I'll be back on later on today, probably around 9 o'clock, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if time permits. 9:30 tonight or 9 o'clock p.m. I'll be back on live, for about an hour, if time permits. I thank everybody for tuning in. I'm Tony Harvin. You all gonna have a blessed day. Peace. You got to tune in to find out the topic. Peace.